And good evening, everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today, we'll be taking a look at this newly released Kingdom Hearts 1 Randomizer. So, I think it only got released a couple of weeks ago, or not even a couple of weeks ago, I think it was maybe a few days ago. But what it does is essentially shuffle all the items, all the weapons, and all the key items in the game. So, things are going to be very, very, very mixed up here. It's kind of interesting because the way progression works in Kingdom Hearts 1 is that you actually need key items to progress. It's not like Kingdom Hearts 2 where even if you don't have the proper key items, you can't progress through the game. But rather, the game kind of just goes as long as you're progressing through the story. But here, you get through a lot of puzzles, and to get through a lot of points in the game, you actually need the key items that can be found throughout the worlds. But a lot of those key items have been swapped to other items. So, there's going to be a very important mod that was added to this game that allows us to sort of bypass that. Not necessarily like skip those parts, but rather to let us get to wherever we want to. So you can see we're in the Station of Memories, or the Station of Awakening. So, I don't have any weapons, but if you press both L2, R2, L1, and the select button, we can immediately access the save menu. And what's good with this? Oh, ooh, wait, sorry. I have to be right back. 1 second. Hey, Tata, what's up? Yes, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm in the middle of something right now, though. Can I call you back? Yeah, sorry. I'll call you back in a... yeah, alright, bye. I forgot. Looks like I forgot to mute myself there. Little, nothing big. Just a call. But, anyway, getting back to what I was saying. We're allowed to go straight to the main menu from here. And this lets us immediately access the Gummy Ship menu. We can immediately go to all the worlds. And so, what this will let us do is that if we get stuck in one world, we can attempt to access any of the other worlds. And all the Gummy Ship sections are skipped in this game right now. So, it won't be... we won't have to go through any of those sections. We can just immediately go straight, say, to Traverse Town. And actually, Traverse Town also has Destiny Islands there first. As long as we go through here, you'll see that we can immediately skip that whole Station of Awakening section, skip the introduction, and you'll see the first thing that we've been randomized with. We have the Kingdom Key immediately. So, as you know, we have to go through the Destiny Island section, walk through everywhere, and that's not a log. That is an accessory. So now we immediately just got 4 extra defense. Good afternoon, Seer. How are you doing? We're just starting up the stream, starting up this randomizer. And so, you go around the island. The first thing that we're going to do is collect all the items that we need to collect for the ship. But obviously, they're not the log, the cloth, and the rope, so we won't actually be able to progress further than the state in Destiny Island. But like I said, as long as we have that warp anywhere... yeah, when I was trying to test out the randomizer yesterday, I ended up getting like the strongest weapon in the game. I ended up getting the Ultima weapon from one of the first treasure chests in the game. So, this randomizer has a lot of silliness in it. You see I got the EXP bracelet, so that'll get me to get more EXP in fights. And here, I've noticed that every item is swapped exactly as the item they are. So again, this is another log, so that's also another 3 stars, giving us at level 1, 11 defense. So if we try to fight Riku, I'm not particularly strong, I'm still level 1. As opposed to like the level 2 or 3 you'd be when you fight him. But if he hits me, I don't know if he's gonna hit me. Yeah, he doesn't do that much damage. But we'll fight Riku just for the sake of fighting him. And this fight's easy. Just gotta sidestep him after every flip attack. And again, you just gotta do this for a couple times. Depending on what Keyblade you start with, this could be really fast. Like, I think one of my tries I started with Divine Rose, and that took him out pretty quickly. He's being nice. This is Riku on a good day. I made him do the jump kick off the big tree. The ancient ship? No. Don't awaken such things right now.
Still don't got it.
This fight's like so hard when you're like a kid and you don't understand like enemy patterns, but like the moment you learn how to count to 4, this fight's not hard at all. And it looks like the drops from force fights are the same, at least for Riku and for the 3 kids. So we're gonna gummy ship immediately. I think that's my favorite part of this mod, is that we can immediately just gummy ship. And you can see now that we've gone to Destiny Islands, we're allowed to actually go into Traverse Town. And what I'm gonna do here first in Traverse Town is just check the first chest, because the first area does have a couple of items that we can see if they give us anything good. So this first section here, you also notice that a lot of the text box scenes that aren't voiced are animated a lot faster. This mod did pretty much all that it could to make these scenes go as fast as possible without actually messing up with the flow of the game, which I appreciate. So here, we got a Mega Elixir, which it's pretty good. It's not like a powerful Keyblade or anything, but a Mega Elixir means that if I'm in a pinch where I need both HP and MP for my whole party, we can do that. The postcard, oh, it looks like the postcards are still the same. Those event items are no longer randomized. They were randomized when I was playing around with this yesterday, but they've been doing a lot of updates for this mod, so I guess things to make the flow of the game more consistent, like, so I don't have to go all across the universe to find the 10 postcards. Instead of that, I think they fixed those locations. But we can climb up here, if I can position myself correct. Let's go up here, and this chest, Gundagun Band. I don't even remember that being in the game, but we equip that. Let's see what it gives us. It raises strength and defense, which I appreciate that. We'll equip that, and then experience obtained by 30%. We'll equip that to someone else. Experience bracelet and 3 stock. What is this defense stat? B1? Oh, yes, this is actually for computers. They recently released Kingdom Hearts, the entire series, on PC, which is really nice. I think it's really convenient to have this on the computer, as opposed to having to, like, emulate it. And you can see Donald and Goofy also start with different weapons, which is also pretty cool. So, those are the easiest treasure chests we can get right now. I actually was watching some other people play this, and one of the... Oh, I'm playing this on PC also, actually. This is, I'm playing this... You can only get it on the Epic Games Store right now, but it is purchasable. We can relive middle school with ease, you're right. And 2019 with Kingdom Hearts 3. We found the Dalmatians, and the reason why I'm in Olympus is because the magic that you obtain in this game is all shuffled as well, and this is the easiest magic that you can get. Normally you're supposed to get Thunder here, but it's randomized, so maybe I'll get Thunder. There's only 8 different magic spells in the game, so I could get Thunder, which would be very helpful early on, or I could get anything else. We'll see what we get here. We're gonna have to do a minigame, which should be pretty easy. Though, I think the minigames are messed up. Oh, yeah. You could see that Donald and Goofy are here, but they're not supposed to be here, as evidenced by the fact that they're hovering over the timer. But, you know what? They're not in the way. So we just have to do 2 barrel minigames. Just throw it, and we can go to the next one. This one is also pretty simple. Just gotta clear all these barrels. I'm awful aiming that one. And Here. Oop, wrong direction. Get out of my way, Donald. Ooh. We didn't get the right aim on that, but that's alright. We still have a lot of time here. Allegedly, their HP bars are kind of blocking the way, so I can't fully tell, but... Huh. I apparently got the guy up there, so... that might be a problem. Uh-oh. Can I throw this up there? This is pretty bad, but I think I can make it this shot. Yeah! Let's go! We got the sick frag. And so, what we get from here... That's interesting. That's very, very, very interesting. We get Stop, which... It's not the best spell that we could get as our first spell. But we're gonna go through Travis Town normally. And I actually don't know like how to make use of Stop in this situation. But we're gonna go through Traverse Town. The big change here is that I said that magic is randomized and your items are randomized. But the most important thing of all that's randomized is the trinities, which you'll see as we walk around. I can blink. The trinities on the ground are also randomized, which means that progression is going to be based on the order we get the trinities. So we have to make sure that we know where to go after Traverse Town. That's really where the randomizer diverges. Oh, Wink. I had to change some settings. I didn't like how the eye tracking was, so currently I have it set so that one eye controls both eyes, but I can wink at the end of the stream. Sorry, though. I'll, be winkable later. But we'll just get some experience here. I'm still level 1. We have Scan now. That's the only thing that isn't randomized I've noticed, is that no matter what happens, level 2 you will always get Scan, which is very useful because, you know, it's helpful to know how much HP the enemies have. But we're just gonna go through here. I think I might die to guard armor a bit. Yeah, exactly. So, like, depending on what progression abilities you get after this world, it'll really determine what you're able to do and the extra items that you'll be able to obtain. So... so depending on what you obtain, like, if I get, like, White Trinities, I can go to, like, Hollow Bastion and Olympus Coliseum, and there's certain items there that you can't get without the White Trinity. We'll just clear some more guys. And then, essentially what it is that we have to go through a few of the Heartless here in Traverse Town, and then go through some cutscenes, and then we're gonna fight some guy from Final Fantasy. So we'll just walk back now. I think we've done enough. I think we just have to go through these 3 sections. And then... just walk through here. And you know what? It's very possible that I die in one hit when I fight him, but if I beat him at level 2, that'll look kinda cool. We'll just fight these Heartless a little bit more. Yeah, since the Heartless are here, that probably means that I can do the boss fight after this. The nice thing is that I don't have to win, but I'd like to win for my pride. You know, it just would feel correct to win. I'm trying my best. Alright, so I think that means we can walk out here now. Yes, and we are going to fight Leon. Oh, this works! That works! Yes! It works for a short amount of time. Oh, he missed his fire? I can't believe this is working. Ow. Oh wait, I have so much defense that he actually doesn't do too much damage to me either. So this isn't bad at all. Haha. Got him. I got 2 level ups from that. Yes, Stop Magic was worth it. I hope it works on the boss as well, the actual boss of this area. So we're gonna go through a couple cutscenes, and then we will have to pick up some treasure chests. There's a couple of hidden stuff here, hidden treasure chests that we can pick up from here. Have to talk to some people and do some silly little tasks. So if we talk to Yuffie, we can open up this treasure chest here, and it'll give us Dalmatians. Those will come in handy later in the game. It's not that great to see them now, but it'll build up. Also, I only learned about this recently from another stream, but if you look at these pictures, this one says 1800 in the past, midday jungle, and 7 a.m. So we need to hit this clock a certain amount of times. Right now the clock is at a certain time. And this little task is kind of awkward because you can't lock onto this, but if I hit it just right, there we go. You can see that it affects the time, and we essentially need to get it to get 3, it needs to chime 3 times, and we'll get a treasure chest out of here. So, this depends on how good I am at aiming. Okay. Puppies are always a treasure. There we go, that's the first one. And we need to get to 7 o'clock essentially. So I need to hit this 7 more times. I hate the targeting here. I think we're getting it. There we go. Whoever designed this puzzle, air quotes, is truly mean. 5 o'clock. And we get to 6 o'clock. Do I see 6 o'clock? I will see 6 o'clock. Please. Why did they not make this targetable? Is my question. Oh dear. There we go. One more. One more time. I'm moving. I'm making the moves. Please. Please. There we go. And if we turn around, there's now a treasure chest here. And let's see if it was worth it at all. So, interesting. So we actually got a really good item here. This fire glow will actually allow us to summon Mushu, who is like a very, very, very late game summon. So I am pretty pleased with that result there. Let's see. We're going to do a little bit of skipping around. I hate that it's called that you could like sort of call it a puzzle, because it's not a puzzle. The only puzzle part is knowing that you're supposed to hit the clock for those times. And like, I feel like that doesn't feel like any sort of solving. You just have to like use janky aim for like several non-zero amount of swings. The price of your patience, yeah. Let's take care of these guys. I'm like invincible right now, I'm pretty sure. Like, you just see how much damage they're not doing to me? I'm on proud mode right now. Those early accessories are giving me a lot. Anyway, we got the seagull leg. That's for Destiny Island, so I guess that's pretty cool. I'm gonna board the gummy ship right now. I just want to check something, because it was kind of bugged before. Yeah, we cannot access the Magician's Study yet. I think I might have broken the game too, a little bit, but that's okay. We just need to go to the 3rd district. How are you here? What? Oh, you can go through the 1st district normally. Anyway, we have to travel to the 3rd district for a boss fight, and then we're pretty much going to be done with Traverse Town for the time being. I think the worst part about this is that in the regular game, you get dodge roll when you beat Traverse Town, but you're not guaranteed to get dodge roll when you complete Traverse Town this time around, because it's a randomizer. So hopefully, we just get lucky. We're gonna travel to the 3rd district now. I'm just gonna run here. I don't think I need to level up or anything. I don't think I need experience. Leveling up is for cowards. Alright, and we have this boss fight here. I can't roll with what I get. That's the issue, Reina. I won't be allowed to roll. Getting a lot of experience from these guys, and now we're going to fight guard armor. We'll skip the scene. And this is just very basic boss fight. He has a lot of body parts. He only does a little bit of damage to me with that swing. And and stop does not work on him. I just have to swing at him, which is unfortunate, but it's just going to be a time-consuming boss fight, and there's no way around that. Ow. I do have items at the very least. Also, Donald has so much MP. Look at that. And all he can also do is cast Stop, which is very tragic. I think I really got the worst result from Olympus. Oh, that's very unfortunate that I don't even have, like, magic here. And he's not affected by Stop. This is some bad luck for the randomizer. Magic. Ow. Ow. Please stop hitting me. Donald and Goofy will wake up eventually. I might have to equip the Mega Elixir I got earlier, because, it's not looking good. This is a little better, though. We had to break all the body parts here, so you can see each of the arms and legs have their own HP bars. I probably rolled, you know, I would roll the best weapons, like, every time off-stream, and then when I actually get to streaming the attempt, I get the Kingdom Key. I get, like, the first key in the game of all weapons. It's a little unfortunate. Oh, we're getting closer. As long as we break the body parts in a timely manner, we also should be able to get some healing. Like that. Ow! Ow! Please be nice to me. There we go. We have more HP than before I killed the arms. Now we need to kill the legs. And they're almost down. Oh, Donald has fire. Very useful. What was that sound effect? Alright. We're almost there. Gotta get the legs. Gotta take out his toes. Give me your toes, boy. Cool. Now we have the boss who is gonna start spinning around. I don't want to get hit by that. And I think we could parry it. Or just hit him through it. Yeah, this boss fight's done. Very simple, nothing tricky. Ooh, we get Slapshot as an ability. That's very good. That'll make our ground combos a little faster. And so we'll skip this cutscene, and we will get A, new magic, and B, potentially an ability or maybe an item. I don't know how they worked with the gained abilities through the story. Let's see. The Trinity I also get here is going to pretty much determine where I go next. So we get 500 money. They didn't list anything. That was just a tent icon. And we're gonna go to the gummy ship. And now... we got Cure. Ah, that's really good actually. I might not be able to cast spell damage, but I have Cure. Getting Cure this early means that I'm probably not gonna be dying. Wow. That's not useful at all. Oh, we got an ability for Goofy. Alright, and then if we walk to this Trinity marker here... we didn't unlock the Blue Trinity. We have to check the Jimny's journal, and if we look here, Trinity list tells us we have Trinity... oh, we're going to Olympus next. Trinity Push is what you get for clearing the Hercules Cup in Olympus Coliseum, and we just have it now. Which means we can unlock... I'm pretty sure we actually unlock and complete Olympus by getting that. So let us go to the gummy ship. This is certainly a very nice first Trinity. I don't remember where the other Trinity Push uses are, though. There's one in Traverse Town, but I need fire to access it. Wait, why am I got claw marks? Interesting. So, claw marks, this is part of a minigame for Wonderland. And Wonderland's probably where we're going to be going next. So if we go here... oh, wrong way. I faced in the wrong direction. Go to the Coliseum gates. Let's enter. Not that way. You can see there's a white Trinity marking. We'll need to get that later in the game. And it's supposed to give you a really powerful skill, but that's probably going to give me, like, nothing. Am I crashing the game? Thank you for the cheer, Hisuru. It looks like I crashed the game. Maybe the game didn't think that I deserved to, get that? So let's start again with a new seed, because, you know, it wouldn't be interesting to, it wouldn't be interesting to just run on the same seed again. First of all, that seed was kind of boring. Second of all, what was I gonna say? I didn't save at all. I never hit a save point anyway, so we might as well try a seed. One where we don't start with the kingdom key. So, I deleted the seed and I'm gonna rerun the program once we enter Kingdom Hearts 1. That is funny though, that is some funny cheer timing. Thank you for the bits. And that's the magic of Randomizer, you know? Even if I have to restart a bunch of times, seeing which Keyblade comes out will always be kind of funny. At least until I cycle through all the Keyblades, but that'll take a while. Let's see. Alright, let me open up my folder here. Open up this program here. Eh? Do I have to go? This is a Keyblade gotcha. You're right. Let me close these programs out actually and reopen this. There we go. Randomized again. So for those of you who missed it, this randomizer starts pretty ridiculously. You immediately jump into the action. There's no like going through when do you want to go set sail, when do you what are you giving up, what are you getting, what are you keeping? No. We're leaving. We're getting at it. We're waking up immediately. And then we're going to Destiny Island via Traverse Town. And we will see what the first items we get are again. And we're also going to bully Riku again, because I feel like that's just an important part of the randomizer experience, is bullying Riku. So, we have Divine Rose. We have Divine Rose. And that has 13... That has 13 strength. Keep in mind, when you start this game normally, the Kingdom Key has 3 strength. We are just gonna slap Riku's head off. We got a Thunder Ring. We're gonna get 2 Thunder Rings, which is alright. That's not particularly interesting. It's like, it's good to have, I guess. Like, it's defense. I can't complain about having extra defense. This rope here is going to be a Blizzagun Band, which will give us... I think actually the Blizzagun Band and the Thundaga Bands, those gun bands give you extra strength. So, you know, maybe we'll hit 20 strength before we hit Riku. And then over here, we get Grand Mallet, which is a Donald weapon. So, not a bad haul. Let's see. Log. And we will beat up Riku. 1, 2, 3. 1. Get real, kid.
Don't tell me you're giving up already.
Did you see how much faster that was? That was 2 full combos. The score is 1-0, Riku. Let's go get our first magic and see what it is. This is going to be significantly faster than the previous attempt was, because I have 4 times the strength set that I did before. So let's check out this first chest. Yeah, it's important to save your games. I got a book. That is going to be for... That's going to be important for a puzzle later in the game, but we're going to need a lot of resources for that puzzle. Let's save here. I ended up playing up to level 11 yesterday, and I was just having so much fun. You know, sometimes you gotta hear Danny DeVito's voice, but not when we're trying to zoom. It's so weird to me, always. Yeah, I will do the clock puzzle as well. It should be easier with the shorter range Keyblade, actually. Which is nice that Divine Rose is so short. That'll be funny to go through again, though. I think the shorter Keyblade will make it easier, though, since the biggest problem is hitting your Keyblade against the wall. Donald! Getting in the way. Alright, let us throw this. And that first problem, or that first puzzle, or minigame out of the way pretty easily. And then we get this out of the way. That one barrel that gets sent flying. I can never angle that one properly. Or that one. Here we have... Get there in the middle. Completely with that one. Oh goodness, Sora, please. Yo, that's still there. I don't know how I got this last time. And then we just beat this one over there. Very quick. Actually, I think that's a personal best. I think like my fastest before that was like 21 seconds. Let's see what we get here. Ooh, gravity is pretty interesting. So what gravity does in this game, it's like... Congratulations, you solved the barrel puzzle. It's, gravity in this game halves the HP of whatever you hit it with, which means a lot of enemies that would take a while to kill because they're like endgame enemies, we can just chuck gravity at and they will literally fold in half. Their HP bars will literally get folded. Alright, let's speedrun through Traverse Town again. I cannot skip that one. And then we're gonna talk to Sid, get our free treasure chest. I'm not even gonna bother with the postcards anymore, knowing that they're postcards. Because I don't think I need that prize. But let's see what's in this chest over here. Can I see an Ultima weapon? Mega Elixir again. Alright, not bad. It looks like the seed is a little different, but not completely changed. That's fine. We're also gonna customize. For some reason, it automatically sets all your binds to stop, even when you don't have any magic. But now that we set it back to gravity, we'll be able to just flatten these guys. Let's push this box all the way over here. Let's see what's up above the house, up on the house top. I don't remember the rest of the words to that song. It's not even Christmas. See? Oh! So... if I really... well, that just unlocked me an achievement on Epic Games too. Later on, when I get better magic, I am going to equip this, and I am going to explode everything with magic. The interesting thing about Kingdom Hearts 1's magic system is that there is no magic stat, it's tied to how much MP you have. So the higher your maximum MP, the more damage you do with magic. And that's why Diamond Dust only has 3 strength, because it gives you the highest MP of any Keyblade in the game. Alright. Filters, a couple of these guys out just to get a level up so I can get Scan. And then we're gonna go beat Leon up. There we go. The second level up is always guaranteed to be Scan. And I think that's just like very nice of the developer to do because it's just like you don't need Scan necessarily, but it's just very comfortable to have Scan equipped. Like, you don't need to know how much HP the enemy has, but, like, I feel like for ease of mind, it just feels good. I wonder if Leon is susceptible to gravity, too. That would be funny to see. So we're gonna walk back now? Oh, is the music too loud? Sorry. Let's see. How do I sound over me casting gravity multiple times in a row? Is it clashing? The equalizer does seem to be, like, almost equal, so I'll lower it a little bit more, actually. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I mean, for some people, like, you may not be able to have the volume as high, so it might be harder to hear. And I mean, the music should still be audible, but I don't want it to be, like, too loud that, like, it might be a little bit of an issue to hear what I'm saying. Yeah, huh. Prepubescent Haley Joel Osment surely has a way with words. Come on! Alright, So now, going to Donald noises. Yeah, especially Donald noises. Ooh, got an extra level up. And now we will fight Leon. We will beat him up. Even if I don't have stop, let's see. This does not work on him. If it worked, it would have cut his HP in half. Oh, I forgot to equip any armor or what or defense. But we're just doing a lot of damage to him.
No way.
Pretty free. Skip that. And now we are back to pretty much where we were at. We just had to fight guard armor. We can skip a couple of cutscenes, and I'm also going to equip the items that I got at Destiny Islands. Because this time, I will remember that I have these. Yeah, it's so much easier with Divine Rose than with Kingdom Key. So let us, items, or not, equipment. Yeah, the Blizzagan Band gives you +2 to each stat, and the Thunder Ring just gives that. We don't have much in the way of equipment this time around, but just having Divine Rose is really nice. Do a Protera Chain, we can give that to Donald so that he doesn't get exploded immediately. That's a 2 extra defense. And then Meteor Strike, what? Oh. Oh goodness. You know, such is the way of an alpha an alpha build of a randomizer. But at least we saved. It reminds you of those GTA mod compilations? How so? Oh, completely. Yeah. I mean, it's really weird to me before because, you know, as the old joke usually goes, you know, this has never happened before. I was playing for like an hour yesterday without any crashes. I lost a little bit of progress. I don't know when I last saved. I think it was after Olympus. Yeah, the kinds that replace. Oh, I'm excited for those. I know Kingdom Hearts 3 actually has. Kingdom Hearts 3 already Kingdom Hearts already just looks like a mod by existing. Let us reload this on a fresh boot. Just get to the main menu, and yeah, Kingdom Hearts just as an entity is very ridiculous. I mean, the fact that you have like Disney and Square Enix already looks like you've modded a game. Alright, so let's load. We saved in the accessory shop. Yeah. So, let me equip my items. Yeah, we weren't too far behind. It's just a couple rooms. But I will make sure... Wait, and this is what crashed my game before. This crashed my game. Oh, Valis, thank you for the raid. Welcome. And how tall am I? My model is approximately 5'6". We are currently going through some crashes. We've crashed twice so far, but this time I remember to save. So, thank you all for coming. We are currently still in Traverse Town. We currently have the Divine Rose equipped, so we have an immensely high strength stat. Not 6'5". I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But as they say, short kings rise up. I love how Goofy always immediately goes ham before Sora can even finish speaking. Only by a little bit, Reina. You're only a little bit taller. It's okay. The legs look long in the model, but I assure you I'm just short. Alright. I think, since I got Gravity, I'm probably going to try to go through like Hollow Bastion and see how that goes for me. Alright, so we just have to go through some rooms. Not having dodge roll feels super bad in Kingdom Hearts. Even though it's like ridiculous that the most, like the quickest form of movement is just rolling on the ground. Eh. I think I need to just take out these 2 waves. And we should be able to equip Scan. Let's see. There we go. Get our Scan equipped, and then we're gonna bully Leon. I was like surprised. Like it's, I mean, it makes sense that having Divine Rose over Kingdom Key, having a strength stat of like 17 or like 21 versus a strength stat of like 6, how that makes the fights a lot faster. Man, it's things like that that really terrify me at the concept of like racing people in this game. Like, could you imagine you boot up your randomizers and like you're seated with like the wooden sword, and like the first magic you get is like Cure, and then someone else like gets Thunder, and then they get like the Ultima weapon as their first Keyblade. Like, how are you supposed to race against that? How do you win? I'd imagine they use the same seeds, but like I'm imagining like two people mutually agreeing to use just immediately random seeds, and just like someone getting blown out by the RNG. Alright, Leon. Let's see how fast he explodes with the Blizzaga Band. Oh god! I don't have any items. Oh! Okay. That's fine too. You know, we're speedrunning. We don't need to actually kill Leon. We get the same thing regardless. I don't need the high potion. I got exploded by that fire because I'm still level 2. That's alright though. Take a look at what's in the chest. Wow, this loading screen is taking longer than usual. And then we'll do the clock quote-unquote puzzle. Oh, why is this loading screen taking so long? I feel like I might have soft locked, but I don't think so. Wait. I have the menu open. What is happening? Okay. I guess opening up the save menu and unopening it unfroze the game. So I say big points to me for fixing that on my own. I'm excited for this to actually be like stable though. Because as cool as it is, it's kind of hard to deal with the fact that I got like crashes like twice within like the 20 minutes back to back. Let's see what's in this chest. This was Proterra Chain. We'll save right here. Actually, we're gonna do the clock puzzle and also save after that. I'm still like baffled that this is a thing in the game. Like, I saw Carmine do this, and I was like, why are you just hitting this clock? And it turns out it's a puzzle. Or, quote-unquote puzzle. I hate this so much. I have to save after this, because I just don't want to deal with this. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier with the Divine Rose than it is with the Kingdom Key, though. I think the Keyblade length really just streamlines the process. Alright, give me this chest. All it gave me was a coconut. Are you serious? I don't plan on going back to Destiny Island for a while. But I guess that's one of the 5 coconuts, or 3 coconuts. Oh wait. Yeah, I'm ready to fight for my life. Coconuts you need at the start of the game for like... It's an item that you need to build a raft, or to build your survival kit for a raft. And since we're skipping through a lot of like the cutscenes in the game and skipping through a lot of worlds, it's like a key item that doesn't have any relevance past like the first 30 minutes of the game normally. So seeing those old key items is just a big feels bad. What do we have in here? Mega Potion. Alright, I'm gonna equip these items right now because I don't think I'm going to die, but like, if I do almost die, I might as well be able to heal myself. I survived the puzzle? Man, that's nuts, huh? Alright, so we're just gonna go to the 3rd district to fight Guard Armor, and then we'll see what the game gives us. For those of you who just came here, I beat Guard Armor earlier, and then it gave me the Yellow Trinity mark, which lets you clear Olympus Coliseum. But the moment I tried to activate the Trinity, the game crashed on me, and I hadn't saved at all. So now I'm taking time to religiously save at every save point that I encounter, because I just don't want to deal with that. You know, better be safe than sorry with an unstable mod like this. Which also, it's ridiculous that I'm considering this because, you know, I also have the save anywhere mod active, so I can just do that. I just remembered that I can do that. So, important to remember what tools you're working with here. And yeah, if you notice in that Save Anywhere menu, that also means that I can Gummy Ship anywhere. Because I remember that, for those of you guys who just came in, I don't think I had to use the teleportation mod yet. But, essentially with this randomizer, you're allowed to pretty much go from world to world without actually needing to travel with the Gummy Ship. So it's a very big quality of life change. Not having to be in the Gummy Ship alone is just super convenient. And we clear out these guys. And the soldiers now drop spirit shards, and I don't know how important crafting is in this mod. I think most of the items we get from chests anyway. Wow. Guard armor is exploding. Like, I might have no defense, but this guy's breaking in half pretty quickly. Alright. As long as we parry him too. That's ow! There we go. Look at his HP bar break. He's not taking damage right now. I don't know why. There we go. There we go. And we get Lucky Strike. Very quick boss fight, especially compared to when I had the Kingdom Key. It took like a solid 2 to 3 minutes with the Kingdom Key of just straight attacking. Here, I do a lot more damage. Alright, so now we see again what items we get. Let's see if we get the same spells. Obviously not because we have Gravity instead of Stop, but let's see if we get Cure again. See what they give me this time. 500 money, and... he didn't give me anything. Okay, interesting. Okay, we get Blizzard. Blizzard is not bad. It's a very decent offensive spell. And let's see. I don't know what this is. He gave me a tent. So let's take a look at what we've been given. So we go to the journal, and the trinity that we have is Trinity Charge. Which, so as you know, there's these markings on the ground throughout all the worlds, and they let you interact with the environment in special ways. Normally you're supposed to get the Blue Trinity, which doesn't do anything but reveal some items. The other ones are more environmental, so this is Trinity Charge. There's 6 of them located throughout the worlds in the game, and that opens up areas that normally we wouldn't be able to get to this early in the game. First off, what have we gotten here? I'll equip the Proterra Chain for more defense. Let's save. Yeah, let's save. I'm gonna do these in different save slots, so I don't want to overwrite and then just not have a save to work with. And then abilities, we get Lucky Strike, which is just more rare items, whatever. No one else has any abilities. And we have a book from Hollow Bastion. Yeah. It looks like we didn't get too many great items, but we can go back here, and we have a red Trinity mark, and we can also use this to go to another area in Traverse Town as well. There's 2 areas that have this red Trinity marking. This chest has. I'll take a Mega Potion. They're not super common, so I might as well take what I can get here. Oh, I don't think I got the item that was up here. If I recall correctly, it's Diamond Dust. And wait, where is the box? Wait. Yeah, the single coconut in the inventory. There's some kind of a special feeling that gives you. Like, you just... of all the items to get from a chest, it's just a coconut. Am I locked out of this for a while? There's supposed to be boxes here. And I know for a fact up there is a Keyblade. The specific Keyblade that's up there is Diamond Dust. I completely forgot to get that, and now I'm sad because I need to wait till I get High Jump to get it. What did he just give me? Oops, I was going through his text too fast. I think he might have just given me a gummy piece. Yeah. Alright. So, we have Blizzard. So, there's one more treasure chest that we can get here. So, we'll customize this. Why does it say that I have arrow? Okay. Let's walk over to the side here. Yeah, I have Blizzard. And if we do this... I missed. There we go. We can now open this chest, which has... Are you guys seeing this? Of all the abilities to get this early? Don't mind if I fucking do. Yeah, I'm fine with not having dodge roll anymore. We just jump off one of those high ledges, and we are just gonna be flying. Alright, let's go this way. Wait, I can get that, can't I? Let's jump over there. That's like the kind of findings that you get that really open up your possibilities in a randomizer. This is exactly how you fly your jeeps. I love how the gliding looks in this game, or super glide specifically. There's just something about it, like it looks a lot more graceful than the regular glide, where he kind of looks like really like lazy when he's doing regular glide, but super glide, like the way like the one leg is slightly above the other. There's something like powerful about it. Let's go to the alleyway. And let's go break down some metal grates with our heads. Ooh. Not having high jump along with this feels weird because you can't get as much distance. But with Super Glide, that'll open up a lot of possibilities. Hello, Leon. Alright, nothing is here. I don't think I can access anything here. So we're gonna go back to the stairwell. There's a treasure chest here. This is a mushroom, which again is another Destiny Island item. Can I go up here yet? No, I guess not. So... Wow, that was a very sad... Okay, we got the keyhole. Wait a second. I don't remember what cutscene I'm like in right now. Now the coconut has a friend, you're right. Oh, I have to get fired to access the magician study. So, let us gummy ship again. We're gonna go to Deep Jungle next because Deep Jungle has an event that opens up like 5 items at once at you. And that's all gonna be randomized items. So, we might be able to pick up some cool stuff there. Get away from me, cat. Ow. Ow! I feel like using the magic isn't that useful here. It's okay, we're allowed to lose that fight. Oh, goodness. It was a lot easier on my practice, or in my testing attempts where I had Thunder. Because I don't need to aim for Thunder. You kind of just let Thunder rip and then it just goes. Alright, so we have a treasure chest right below us here. And then we're just gonna jump off afterwards. Really, not much else to do. We got a book, which, again, the moment we can get into Hollow Bastion, we're gonna get so many items. Because all those books are replacements for other potential items that exist. Let's check this out. Power up. You know what? They throw power up at me, I will use it. My already absurdly high strength stat is getting even more absurdly high. We'll just save. Why not? And we're gonna do another minigame. And this one's like actually a minigame. You know, you gotta slide down the tree, right? You gotta go down. We're not dealing with that. Not today. I don't want to jump through that minigame. And you can see on the ground here. Antenna. There's a bunch of these slides here. Forget-me-not. Navi, G-piece. These are all key items, it looks like. And so these are going to be useful for other parts of the game that require these key items. Glide 5, that's actually just the item that we're looking for. And Stench, that'll be useful for Wonderland. And one more slide. There's 6 slides in total, we picked them all up. So what we're supposed to do here is pick up those 6 slides. Phil Collins cries. Those 6 items were supposed to be titled slides 1 through 6. And they're supposed to activate a cutscene in the game to progress through the world in Deep Jungle. But because I didn't pick up slides 1 through 6, I picked up a bunch of miscellaneous key items. Oh my god, I got dodge roll too? That's very helpful. Why do you cost AP? So since I need slides 1 through 6, and I didn't pick those up, we have to come back to this world later. So we can only see one of the slides. Oh wait, can we actually see them? Do they just let us go through? That's pretty cool, actually. I guess that we don't need to worry about that then. I think there are certain other puzzles that will require that, though, like the Hollow Bastion library puzzle and the Hollow Bastion emblem heart puzzle. Unless they just let you go through it normally, which I don't think is the case, but it might be. Anyway, I just want to go through some treasure chests here, and then we're gonna go to Wonderland. I don't feel like dealing with this world right now. And yeah, Wonderland was another case where I needed fire to progress. But obviously, if I don't have fire, I can't progress. So, and I can't count on Donald to cast fire. Oh, that tiger just immediately exploded. Yeah, get out of here, dumb cat. Let's go up here. There's 2 more chests that I want to check out. Dream Shield for Goofy. And Mega Ether. Decent items. I'm a fan of getting ethers. And we are going to go to Wonderland. I don't think... I'm trying to think of where else there's a Red Trinity. I know there's one in Halloween Town later on. And I think there might be one in Agrabah. Yannick is 45. Thanks for joining the classroom. I should have my alerts set over the game interface, but we'll fix that later. I can still read in my OBS. We're gonna go to Wonderland now. We're gonna explore here. And this is pretty easy. We can get another magic spell here. So even if I don't have all the evidence that I need, there's your turf, you're right. Very you. Even if I don't have all the evidence I need for Alice's trial, I can still clear the trial without that. And turf is like your playing field, you know? It's where you belong. Like your home field. Alright, we're gonna Chug Jug this. And we're just gonna breeze through Wonderland. I've been watching a couple people playing through Kingdom Hearts, and god, Wonderland is such a painful world to go through. But once you know the puzzles and where to go, it's a lot more bearable. So we're gonna go save first, obviously. I don't need to actually go to save points. I don't know why I do that. It's like reflex. You know, like, in a game like Kingdom Hearts, you always have to go to the save point to save, but I can save anywhere. And we talked to the Cheshire Cat. He's gonna troll us. Ooh, thank you. Sometimes you just forget to drink. And in order to do things here, we actually have to clear all the Heartless, so we'll do that first. As obnoxious as it might be. I hate Shadow Heartlesses so much. Let me see what items we have. Exchange, give this to me. And you, put that in the stock. I am not allowing these guys to have any items. Alright, I'll switch. Crack my back too. Oh. Thank you for reminding me to stretch. Just watch me stretch at hyperspeed on the screen. Alright, I need a potion for him. We'll go to that later, once we've cleared out the rest of the room. And there's one of our evidence pieces. Donald immediately got fragged. Thank you. A Navi G piece, we don't need these at all because we don't ever have to use our gummy ship. But, you know, sometimes you pull duds in the randomizer, and that's okay. Alright, over here we have a chest, so let's see. Can I reach this? I hate everything. We'll just go around the other way. Ooh, 5,000, thank you. Be an ether. So demanding. I will not give you an ether, because I do not have an ether. I'll have to go back and buy some items later for these plants. Alright, what's in here? Oh, I guess I can just give him that ether. And here, we have a Navi G piece. I keep on getting these Navi G pieces of all the treasure that I could get. It's this key item that I'm not even going to need to use for any worlds. Alright. Items. Change with an ether. Item. Did you really just make me... Okay, I got a camping set out of that. That's fine. I was about to say, if you really made me waste an ether for absolutely nothing, go on, girl, give us nothing. Alright, here, I think this is also potion.
This should help.
What do you give me? A high potion? That's like equivalent exchange, I think. And then this one will make me bigger. This one also wants an ether. I do not want to give you an ether because I don't have one. Here, I need to give this guy a flower to make me bigger. I have every right to hit those flowers. Yes, you're right, I do. What do I have to do here? Take. I believe this is what I have to do. Eat. And let's go in. And if I messed up, then I have to track to Traverse Town, which I don't want to do, but I think I might have to do that, unfortunately. Let's jump around here. Wonderland is absolutely a nightmare of a world. Go here. Yeah, I think I can go through here, actually. And then I know that the side part is also open. Yeah, I don't even know if I can enter like this. No, I can't. I have to go up to here. I still am concerned as to what they were thinking making this. The first experience that any new player to Kingdom Hearts would have. They give you Traverse Town and then they make you go through this abomination of a world. Alright, yeah, we need to stock up on potions. Thankfully, what I absolutely love about this mod is that I can very quickly go back and forth between worlds. Because normally, in Kingdom Hearts 1, this would be absolutely dreadful to go through 2 gummy ship sections just to stock up on items. But I can just instant save, gummy ship, go to Traverse Town, instant save, go back to Wonderland. So let's shop. I want to buy... Let's get the 5 potions and 2 ethers. Wait, what? There we go. I have no more money. I'm poor. Right, and then let's go back to the gummy ship. Yeah, this is so much more convenient. I would not want to do this if I had to gummy ship back and forth every time. Oh, I never touched the Queen's... The save point in the Queen's Garden. Oopsies. That's alright, though. Is there anything I can interact with here? I know other things I can interact with when I'm, smaller. Can't target anything else here, so let's just get smaller. And yeah, the music is really nice. The Wonderland theme. But, I absolutely... It gets so droning to me when you're stuck there for, hours. And I don't think I've ever gotten over that from when I was a kid. Alright, a strength level up. I would like some abilities, but beggars can't be choosers. Let's take out a potion, and let's also take out an ether. And this time, what do you have to give to me? Another camping set, okay. Okay, I guess that's fine. And then we have to arrange this. So that. Take this. Eat it. Have our cake and also eat it. We have 2 of the boxes already. I believe this is where the 3rd one is. Yes, there it is. our entry pass. What is that? Entry pass? Forget Me Not? That's for Halloween Town. We have 2 of these already. Entry pass. Oh, that's for Olympus, I see. I want to find all the last of the boxes because getting that lets you get a spell earlier than normal. And I prefer to get a spell earlier rather than later, you know. I feel like that's just common sense. So we're gonna go through. Believe the last one. I'm suddenly blanking on where I had to go for this. Let's see what we can do. Because I don't think it was anywhere in the Bazaar room when you're the small size. Let's see. You know what? I think you get a spell regardless at the end of the world. And I do not feel like dealing with this. Oh, wait. Never mind, I remember how to do this. My brain is big. Items. I had a moment of clarity. We must again go for the enlargification. Hugify. Shoutouts to League of Legends. So the last of the items are over there. And then we have to get smaller. I also forgot that I had Super Glide, which will let me get some... I forgot that I have Super Glide. This is going to help a lot, actually. So much better. Let's do this. Mega Potion. And we can sneak a lot of chests that we're not supposed to get because we can Super Glide. I don't even think I needed to get that platform over there. Yeah, this is ridiculous. This is some sequence breaking stuff that I absolutely love. What's in here? Elixir. Yeah, I shouldn't be allowed to do this. These are so many chests that I'm just stealing. I got a fish. That's also for Destiny Island. I got Dalmatians. And here, Ether. Oh! This is... We got 6 Dalmatians here. There's a lot of items that we just got from that. I don't know what you're doing here. What's up, Spuds? And I spawned right in front of that rock because the game didn't know what to do. But we do not need that rock anymore. Oh, I have dodge roll too. I can just roll around everywhere. I can, as the kids say, roll around at the speed of sound. I do, in fact, have places to go. And I don't actually remember what the next line is. What is a randomizer? Good question. It actually varies from game to game. But the main idea is typically that a randomizer will shuffle things around in any given game. In Kingdom Hearts, what the randomizer is doing is shuffling around all the items and magic spells that you unlock in the game. So you get them out of order, which means that you can essentially sequence break and just get to things that you shouldn't be able to get to so early, among other things. But that's the simplest terms I could put it in. I know, like, Legend of Zelda, there's a very common randomizer that's used that basically shuffles around all the boss items that you get, and also the rooms that you go into. So it varies depending on the game that you're playing. Oh, Talus Sanguinaire, thank you for the raid! Welcome, everybody! We're just about to start the trial, the execution. And so we have some evidence, and let's see. Let's see if I win this, it's a 3 out of 5 chance. Can you get soft lock? I think you can get soft lock from what I've seen. I don't know how hard it is to get soft locked. And there, we win the trial. If Donald or Goofy popped out, that means we lost the trial, and the boss fight coming up would be a lot harder. But because they didn't pop up, we just have a normal boss fight here. And the boss fight is actually to beat this thing. So we have to try to not get hit. Actually, okay. The cards are being preoccupied, so I don't need to cast any spells. And thank you for the follow, Jim and Crooked. We're just gonna break this building here, and that should end the fight. And we got Treasure Magnet, which is useful-ish. Seems like a standard trial, you know. You play a guessing game, and then you fight a bunch of playing cards while breaking down a tower. It just about tracks. Alright, so this next part here, we have to find Alice. She got kidnapped while I was beating the heck out of those doors. And what I will do is sequence break because I don't feel like moving this rock. So let's just not do Wonderland puzzles because I don't have the time for that. Or the patience. Let us get up here. You know, I'll get most of my experience from fighting bosses anyway. Like, it's so weird to have such a small mana and HP bar, and then be able to fly around like this. Okay. I should also equip Arrow. And we're gonna go to the Bazaar Room. Have another cutscene. We have to turn on the lights, which I'm pretty sure means I have to cast fire on those lights, but I don't have fire. So this is essentially like, this is how the progress works in the randomizer. You can't do certain things in worlds that you're supposed to be able to do, because like, the game might not give you the spells that you need. Deep freeze! Magic is pretty cool sometimes, you know? Alright, Blaze Shard here. Like the Red Nocturnes give you, that still. Can I? Oh, I don't need fire here. But yeah, if you did need a spell, that would be a problem. Like, you could miss out on chests because you don't have gravity and whatnot. Alright. So now I think we can go back to the boss fight once we get the main room. Do I have to observe anything here? No, we're good. Yeah, I'm just really happy that I found Super Glide as early as I did. I can't deal with you right now. So there's these white mushroom heartless that are actually just literally called white mushrooms. And their mechanic is like a little, like, gimmick where you have to use specific spells on them in order to, like, make them happy. But I don't have every spell in the game yet, so we're gonna just ignore them for now. We'll let them play their little games of charades. Alright, and now we just go up here. And we have a boss fight. And this is the Trickmaster. I will with Blizzard. Actually, I'm just gonna cast Arrow and just wail on him. So we have Divine Rose. I would wail on him, actually, if I could reach him. Oh, cool. Someone else got him. And you can see, because I have this Keyblade so early, it is chunking his health bar. Like, it's doing an eighth of his HP bar. Oh, why do you see gamers saving on different slots? There's a lot of reasons for that, yeah. So, if I were to save on my main slot and the game gets corrupted, or it crashes, I want to still have another save file available to me. So that's why I'd save in a different slot. Other people have different save files, like, maybe because they save before a specific boss fight, so they can replay, like, certain boss fights. So those are, like, the two main reasons, just one for safety, or to be able to experience parts of the game that they really like. God, they gave me the claw marks for the trial. Alright, well, we're done with Wonderland. I don't think we get anything else. So that's one keyhole down. So what I'm going to do next, we have gravity. So we can challenge some of the higher level areas. Let's go to Hollow Bastion. There's a couple of chests there that are pretty easy to get. Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting too, though. Like, you don't really think about it, but like, safety like that is important. That you don't want to like lose everything because a file got corrupted. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get soft locked in this. I'm not like too versed on how this is. I haven't heard of any like major like soft locking issues, but I think it's just the possibility of it exists. But like obviously the early parts of the game lets you experience a lot of the beginnings of the world, so you can at least at the start see like what it's like to go out of order. Ooh, and that's fine. A soft lock means that you're allowed to play the game and do things and like progress, or you're allowed to play the game and like go to worlds and everything, but a soft lock means that you can't actually do what you need to do to continue forward in the game. So like, if I wasn't able to like, if I didn't have the right items to complete a world, that would mean that I was soft-locked. That I can't progress any further in the game. Hello, Beast and Riku. Goodbye. Did I lose my Keyblade? Let's see. I have gravity, so like, that's like the biggest concern is not being able to hurt Heartless. But if I can cut their oops, oopsies, that's fine. Oh. Yeah, it is a speedrunning term originally, but there are some cases in other games where like, if a game crashes somehow, like for some reason the game doesn't know how to continue onwards, but like you can still move around and like do attacks and stuff, but like say like a cutscene won't load properly because of how you talk to someone. I was playing Nier Automata like a few years ago, and that the game like soft locked because of like the way a cutscene loaded, so I could move around, but like the black bars for the cutscene were still there. It was really weird. What's really weird though, what's actually really funny, is that the wooden sword got replaced with the Lady Luck Keyblade. So in this part where I'm supposed to be really weak and unable to do damage, I have a very strong Keyblade. So I got buffed, if anything. Programming is hard. Got a Mega Potion here. Got an Elixir here. And there is one other bubble. I think I'm supposed to jump into this bubble for a treasure chest. Yes. Let's see what we get here. The fence up. And let us go above the water to get this other treasure chest. And we're gonna explore Hollow Bastion at level 9. It's highly possible. I don't know if enemies were scaled to your level. If they're not, I will get one-shot by everything. And yeah, especially like the more complex games are getting, they like bugs will get overseen, even with like a proper QA team. And sometimes you get like complete dumpster fires like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, which kind of just confuse me that they exist. But like other times you just get like games where like the bugs aren't that big, but they exist, and they can cause problems, but not problems that you'd have expected to happen. Wait, where do I go from here? Do I have to... Yeah, up there. Okay. I think I'm, like, compensating for my inability to high jump. Like, I'm compensating for my lack of vertical positioning with my horizontal superiority. Super Glide is compensating for what I couldn't do with my jumps. Which is nice that I'm not like, I can go through the rest of Hollow Bastion this way. I'm gonna fight Riku at level, like, 1, aren't I? So... Oh god! We're gonna do this. I ran out of MP, but Beast got me. I know if no one else got me, Beast got me. Oh god! Oh god! Did you just see that? I died in 2 hits. I need to target the Dark Ball with this. Let's do that. And there we go. If we get the Dark Ball, it'll hit all 4 of the shadows. Oh yeah, 3 hits. You're right. I did heal a bit though. I think when I got full HP. Oh wait, I have Arrow, which increases my defense. There we go. Beast is carrying me. And he's also healing me. Let's see. Yeah, look at how much HP Gravity takes out. Nothing else is doing damage. Oh god. There we go. 120 experience for that. Yeah, it's very good to have Gravity, because gates are shut. Oh, I have to go back to the first level? Okay. Let's go. We go through here. Oh, cool, the gates are open. I forget how the Hollow Bastion puzzles worked. Let's go through here. I think we can call an elevator. Let's go down. Elevator music. And, can I deal with this? The way they're spread out? Okay, I got extra strength. Oh! Yeah, the music in Hollow Bastion is really, like, rand. We do this. I'm like being carried by the magic right now. It's the like only thing doing reasonable damage. And I think Beast ran out of ethers. Uh-oh. Now we need to go through here. Oh, we have to go through the waterways. Let's see what's under here. A save point, which means we get build up MP. Dark matter? That's just an item. Let's see. Can I break this? Oh yeah. Beast just goes ham on his own house. Or on Hollow Bastion. Let's see. I think here we can use this as a platform. Oh, I can't reach it because I don't have high jump. But yeah, that's like a little obscure thing that like a lot of people don't know you can do, but you can freeze those bubbles to make them into platforms. It has really niche uses. Alright, Beast, break this down. Go get him, champ. Go into the dungeon. Let me target. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Blizzard barely does any damage. I really need to like lower them with gravity before doing anything. Like, the spell's just too powerful. Mage Sora build. This works out though. Let's see, open here. I got an ability for Atlantica. Okay. Oh. That though, that is really nice. We'll equip the high jump. Deep freeze our souls. And P haste is also very good. But look at how much higher you jump with high jump. We have pretty much all the mobility skills now this early. I guess I can't say earlier for like putzing around Hollow Bastion, but now we can like, access this. And thank goodness there's a save point here. If I couldn't restore my MP, I actually would just not be able to clear Hollow Bastion. It's also giving me a lot of EXP that'll let me plow through the rest of the worlds. Let's see, I can go like this, right? Yeah. I have to like go like this? Yes. Like this is such an obscure treasure chest. It gave me tech boost, which will increase how much experience I get, which is also very nice. I don't think I have any accessories that'll help me boost my AP. No, I do not. That's unfortunate, but it's okay. I guess we just have to wait to level up. So let's travel onward. That's really all it is. And being in Hollow Bastion means we get pretty much the highest amount of experience that we can get, at the risk of being pretty much low-leveled. Oh, there are also these obnoxious door puzzles. But, you know, if we press buttons around long enough, we'll figure out how to set it up properly. Let's see, going backwards. Over here. I think this is the button we need to hit first. Yes, there we go. And then here, we can slide these in and out, and this will let us through. Yeah, door puzzles are just... I get that they didn't want to have to make you fight too much without your Keyblade, because normally you're supposed to have a stick here. Man, I hate door puzzles. You can give me any other kind of puzzle, and I'll be fine with it. But door puzzles specifically make me angry. I think I could get something here too. Let's see, if I do this... No, I don't think that's... I think that won't work. RuneScape vibes? From the music or from the world? I have never played RuneScape, so I don't have much a frame of reference for that kind of thing. Like, as big as it was when I was younger, I completely, like, ignored playing RuneScape as a kid. Oh! I got punished for talking down RuneScape. That was just unrelenting. I need to... I need to not get hit by that. Oh, from the door puzzles. I see. There we go. Force. Beast, go get him! Yeah, a nice thing is that if you press the triangle button, you can make your party members target enemies, so like you can command them to do stuff. But nice, we got a level up. Did I get an ability from that for AP? We got Blitz. I'm gonna wait to equip that for later because I cannot do anything with physical combos as it stands. But magic scales in a much different way. Okay, cool. We're done here. Let's save. What Blitz does, I'll try to show it on a Heartless later, but essentially it changes your finishing move for your combo. So normally, Sora sort of does a 360-degree spin when he finishes his combo, but with Blitz, he does like a really strong, like, he like slams his Keyblade down. Also, I'm gonna cheese this out. Don't tell me about gummy shins. Alright, let's see here. We can go to the Rising Falls, and this is a much easier way to get to the castle gates. That's another thing I really like about the Save Anywhere mod, is that instead of having to, like, redo the door puzzle in reverse, I can just not do it. And having high jump means I can just zoom around like this. And we are out of here. And all the enemies have respawned, so I can get some more experience, which is always nice.
See ya.
Wrong spell.
Force.
Look at. Wait, why are. There is a problem here. There is a big problem here. Something is incorrect. Why are Donald and Goofy back? Such is the way of glitches and errors in modding. But you know what? We'll take it. Oh, let me through. Is this where I fight Riku? Okay, these are the Princesses of the Fart. Might have to fight Riku immediately. Yeah, right? So, I sequence broke by reloading and re-entering, which you're not supposed to be able to do. You guys might see me die really quickly here. Like, really, really fast. Squad's all up. Oh god, I'm so scared. I am so scared. Oh god! Wait. I think I can do it if I have arrow equipped. I'm like pretty sure if I have arrow equipped, I can do this boss fight. I think. If I can't, I'm gonna go back to an earlier world. So I think I do have a solution to this as well. First, I need to see if gravity works on him. If he can be affected by gravity, which I don't think he can be. Let's see. Skip scene.
Force. Force.
This does not work on him.
Deep freeze.
Yeah, he does so much damage to me.
Come on.
Trying to fight your inner Chuny. Yeah, that's what it's like. Alright, we are going to go to another world because trying to take him on at this point in time is not the greatest of ideas. We can go back to Olympus, though. And we will fight Cloud and get Sonic Blade or whatever ability he decides to give us. This will be a nice place to get some EXP. We got Slide 3. Some more Tarzan items. Let me see, equipment. And now that we're in a better area, we will equip Blitz. Can I change my equipment, actually? No. So, the trade-off right now is that until I beat Riku and Hollow Bastion because of the sequence of events that I've unlocked, I am no longer allowed to switch Keyblades. I am locked into Lady Luck until I can beat Riku. Which isn't necessarily bad. There are so many worse Keyblades in the game that I could be locked to that I don't mind where I'm at right now. Alright, so we're gonna do some fights here, which should still be pretty easy. And yeah, that, like, overhead slash is what Blitz is.
Take that.
That slash. So, essentially it doesn't do anything like... The only change to your combo is that it does a lot more damage, like a lot more damage than the normal finisher. So, what's nice about unlocking it is just that you get extra damage. The downside is that it doesn't swing as wide, so for certain groups of Heartless, you might not be able to take them all out at once. But I think the damage makes up for it. And also, as you notice, all these scenes in between fights have been significantly sped up. Because, again, the dev considered people who want to, like, speedrun through this game, and having to sit through, like, the slow animations of the victory, it does get time-consuming, so they sped them up. I appreciate that a lot. Alright, I forget how many, I think it's just 10 rounds, because this is just the, Still Cup. No time to admire Donald. I feel like Donald and Goofy are doing everything for me right now. I feel like I'm whiffing everything. It's okay, once I fight Cloud, then I'll be able to, like, show off my power. My true strength. He spins so fast, too. It looks really funny when he's on his belly. Wow, it'd be really cool if I had fire right now. Let me just cast arrows to have a little bit more defense. I feel like arrow is such a nice spell to have, but what would be nicer is if I didn't have to cast it to get this extra defense, because it's not that big of a commitment. Which I guess is why they removed it in later Kingdom Hearts games, because it really is just like something you either like, you just don't die, or you just die immediately. Where's the big guy? See that? I missed. Ow. Let me do that. High potion. Oh, jeez. There we go. I can just do that. I healed the Blue Rhapsody, but, like, you know, they kind of die immediately anyway. Like 2 hits. That's fine. The sped up dances kind of look really funny, actually. It's Cloud. Can someone tell me how he does that sound with his voice? Like, that sound. Where he, like, dashes forward and just, like... Whoa! I don't know how you scream like that. Alright. I don't have guard, which is, like, a little unfortunate. Oh, I wanted to clash with that? There we go. Ow.
That's the best you can do?
Oh, jeez! Okay. Is this losable? I don't think this game overs you. Yeah, no. Alright, now that I have full HP, I can... They were stunned by Cloud's good looks, yeah. They immediately entered the fight, exploded, and just, you know, I don't fault them. I can't fault them for that. This time, I have my secret weapon. 3 potions! So I have to fight, oh my god, why did it keep on making me talk to him? I'm entering the arena. I'm fighting Cerberus. Cloud's hair was just that much spikier. Like how he's getting, like, carried by Cloud. Oh, how do I get up here? Wait. We'll cast Arrow, too. And once I can actually hit things, I do a lot of damage. But the issue is getting to hit them. There we go. There we go. We're already halfway there! There we go. 3 whole potions. Don't underestimate the power of early game potions. That's like almost all my HP. Wait, this was easy. Womp. Womp. Shotgun. I'm gonna shotgun the Cerberus. Ow, stop that. There we go. Very simple fight, much easier than Cloud. Didn't even need any of my 3 potions. And I think that's just the start of it. Junior Heroes. What do I get for this? Nav IG piece, of course, of course, of course. Oh wait, and then I get to talk to Cloud, and he's gonna give me an ability, right? He's gonna give me Sonic Blade.
Hey, are you alright?
Yeah.
So, why did you go along with him anyway?
Hate this guy.
I'm looking for someone. Hades promised to help.
So what the Nav IG pieces are, they are essentially, they're supposed to be parts that you attach to your gummy ship, and it lets them, like, in the story, it lets them fly around to places they couldn't get to before. But because this mod allows you to fly to any world regardless of your story progress, they are fairly useless for us. We're done with Olympus for now. And we will go to... I guess we'll finish Deep Jungle. We can go into World Order for a little bit. We also have the Mermaid Kick in Atlantica, so we can go a lot faster. Right now, what do we have to do? I'm gonna go through this minigame here. And not go through that minigame. You could not pay me to play that minigame. Let's talk to Jane. Oh, we have to go to the... Oh, we have to go to the treetops? It also seems like the, those dialogue boxes are bugged because of how sped up they are, that when you go to there, when you talk to them, the game doesn't know what to do, so it kind of just registers your button inputs multiple times. So that's like why you'll see me like talk to them 3 or 4 times. It's a little awkward, but you know, it's a small payoff for being able to avoid a lot of other things in the game. Right, so we're gonna go activate some cutscenes and sort of zoom around this world. I have high jump and super glide, so I should be able to get some extra chests I shouldn't normally be able to get to, which is nice. Let's go in here. I think there's supposed to be a cutscene here. Tiger.
Deep freeze! Deep freeze!
Here, you're not even scary anymore. Get out of here, dumb cat. Let me also equip Goofy and Donald with their abilities, because they unlocked a couple of them. So customize abilities. We have Donald has MP Rage, you can't equip it. And wow, Goofy has so much MP. AP. I called him a cat. I have no idea what you're talking about, Reina. They did pretty faithfully do this, I think. It's been a while since I've watched the Phil Collins movie. Oh yeah, we have to go out here, and then... I think? Oh god! This is not what I wanted at all. Not what I wanted. Oh, wait, this is fine. There should be some treasure chests around here. Yes, there's a ladder here. And usually the treasure chests on top of the house are really strong, or have really good items, but with the nature of a randomizer, these could very well just have potion, and then like a really mediocre Donald item. So let's see. This lone treasure chest here. I got cloth. I got cloth. I mean, looking at this, coconut, log, fish, cloth, mushroom. I have a lot of the Destiny Island items to progress to the second part, to day 2, which will get me some more items, but that'll also take a while until I can actually do that kind of stuff. So, we'll be able to complete Destiny Islands one day. I don't think I have anything else to get here, though. So I could have sworn that there was supposed to be a cutscene that happens here. Oh, and we have this too. Wait, what? What? I didn't know this could happen. I guess I should let the dev know, but this is weird. Wait, I need to see what happens here if I do this. What will happen if I do 2 super glides? Abilities. Okay, so it doesn't crash the game immediately. And it doesn't seem to have any effect whatsoever. So, I mean, I guess that's fine. Maybe I'm supposed to enter from here? No, this is where I entered from. I could have sworn, if we check the journal... Chronicles, Deep Jungle... Laura's friends are somewhere in Deep Jungle, see if you can find them. It doesn't look like I can chain them. Oh god, don't let me fall. Let's see. Because that's how fast I go with Super Glide with both of them equipped. Yeah, the speed seems to be the same. I wonder if it did too. It's very possible that it could have gobbled something up. Because if I have 2 Super Glides, that means I am definitely going to be missing out on something. Which is very strange. Let me also put Tarzan in my party. I feel like I should have in my party. I wonder if it's because I didn't go through the climbing trees. Let's do that first. Oh, you're right. I think what it is that essentially whatever it is that I got for Super Glide both times is I'll be getting that item when I'm supposed to normally unlock Super Glide. Because I know I've gotten 2 of the same accessory before. Wait, what am I doing? But I think that's just how it is that what Super Glide replaced was an item that appears in multiple areas. So it should be fine, I believe. I think that's how that works. Alright, let's go through this dreaded area. Actually, this should be significantly better since I have Super Glide and High Jump. All the chests that I shouldn't be able to get normally. All these chests that everyone can't get their first time through. I can just... Suckers. Deep Jungle's not scary at all. We can just get these. These items all suck. I'm so mad. Oh, I know where I want to go next. So, the next area I want to go to... Dark matter is a crafting material. There's like crafting in this game where you can like create items and weapons. And you need dark matter to create some of the end game weapons. Dunk on those legit players of the game with my Super Glide at the start of the game. Yeah, the gorillas. Peter Pan won't know what hit him when I get to Neverland. You know, they're giving me this tree jumping minigame. I'm like pretty sure. Eat your heart out. I don't care about your stupid Vine minigames. I can just fly, idiot. I got another dodge roll. I got 2 dodge rolls and 2 super glides. What are these? I'm like curious as to like what... Ah! No! 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 I'm curious as to what dodge roll and super glide got exchanged with, because... I wonder if it's something that I need multiple of. God. Absolutely hubris. I deserved that, actually. I didn't realize that I flew into a wall. But you know what? It happens to the best of us. Let's go up here. Climbing trees? This is this. I'm pretty sure I cannot do this until I get... Oh, wait, I can do this. I can do this quote-unquote puzzle. Wait, what are you? What would make it bloom?
See ya.
I can do these! I have enough magic, probably, potentially, to do this.
See ya.
I can bloom all of these. I don't even remember what I get for this, I'll be honest.
Deep freeze. Force.
Gravity. There we go. I'll be honest, I don't know how to solve this puzzle normally. And I don't know what I'm doing is working.
Deep freeze.
But we've almost plumed all these plants.
See ya.
Good. Am I missing a plant? I thought I got them all. Like, this is like the most arbitrary feeling minigame I think I've seen so far. Even the clock one feels less arbitrary than this. Where is the last plant, though? That is the question of the century. I would like to know what I get for spending almost all my MP for doing this. I swear, if the last plant is hidden underneath that blue trinity, I'll be very upset. Oh well. We'll be able to spend our MP another day. Here. A hole. You know, I'm not as familiar with Kingdom Hearts 1 as I am with Kingdom Hearts 2. So I do forget what to do in places like Deep Jungle because I absolutely black out on this area. Why is my controller constantly unplugging and replugging itself? The nice thing about, even though my controller just unplugged and replugged itself like 3 times in a row, is that it didn't crash my game, because that was happening when I was playing Birth by Sleep the other week. Please stop. I'm not doing anything different. I've been sitting the same way for the past hour and a half. Okay, let's talk here. Get out of here. Cat.
How could...
Alright, Clayton gets chewed out. See, what is this? He's not a bad person, they say, as he tries to shoot up a bunch of gorillas. Okay, I'll believe you. I'll believe you for a little bit.
Heartless!
That scene always looks so silly. Like, he's just chilling there in the middle. Like, they're not actually even, like, hitting him. It doesn't look like he's necessarily in danger. They're just, like, winding up their arms around him. And he just has, like, a little bit of an uncomfortable look on his face. Like, this looks kind of weird. But, like, they're not actually hitting him. Right. Checkpoint. The EXP games in this world feel so subpar compared to what I was getting in Hollow Bastion. I am, like, slightly considering going to Hollow Bastion and just gravitying the defenders. It seems really tempting to just get a bunch of EXP, because I can. Right, let's take care of these guys here. It does feel very good, though, I will say that. It does not take me 3 gravity casts and also a blizzard to kill these Heartless. Eroga G. Excuse me? Hey. Why are you doing this to me, computer? Please? There we go. Oh my goodness. Why are you so finicky? Alright, I think I have to go back now. I think it's a problem with my USB ports. I really need to get those checked out. My front USB ports are, like, kind of weird. Right, so let's go back to camp. I think we saved all the gorillas. We just have to talk to Jane again, and then I think we have a boss fight. It's a wired controller. I think the cable is fine. Because, what is it? Because I've tried other cables in this USB port, and it's kind of, like, weird and finicky. So I think it might be the port. I might try getting some other cords, though, and see if it still gives me grief. And also, it's, like, weirdly inconsistent when it happens. So I don't know. Because this is, like, a wired controller that has, like, a wire built into it, as opposed to, like, a USB-C, or a USB, or a mini USB. Jungle. We are just gonna warp. Because, you know, going fast always feels better than going through the tree vines. Let's go through here. And then we will just... I think this is the last of the gorillas. Super glide in there. They fixed the windows, it looks like. Oh, there they are. We just kill them in one combo. Like, I feel like I whiff most of my combos, which just lets Donald and Goofy get them because they're dodging my attacks, and it just feels bad, you know, in an action RPG. Oh yeah, I should try using our, Bluetooth. I do have a Bluetooth connector. I have, like, a Bluetooth dongle. I should probably try using that instead. so I don't have to deal with the hassle of wires. Let's go down again. I think that's all the monkeys, the gorillas. God, imagine not knowing that you could do that and just having to go through that sliding minigame every time. Feels like it would be a pain. Okay, let's see. I don't think I need to fight these guys. We're on the climbing trees? God. Let me out. Every time, I think I'm done. Turns out there's some more gorillas out here. Go up here. This is the climbing trees, I believe. Vines. Hippo's Lagoon. This is a save point. And this is me skipping the entirety of this area. Ooh, a treasure chest. What's in here? Mushroom? Okay. So I only need... I think I have all the mushrooms I need now, actually. So I just need one more log. And then I think I need some other item to be able to go through Destiny Islands first day. Because, like, that's the first instance that I noticed that even if I pick up all the items visually, I can't actually proceed in the story because the game doesn't know that I picked up those items because they registered as other items in the game. Like, even though I picked up 2 logs, the game sees that I picked up, like, 2 defensive items instead. Like, I'm not sure what other parts of the game have that sort of situation. I think, like, that's really where, like, the soft locks will come in, is if, like, the items you need are locked behind what they're blocking off. Which is probably, like, the scariest part of the randomizer. Because in, there's a Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer out there as well, and all that requires is for you to find 3 specific items, and you're not blocked off by any cutscenes to progress. You can just play through all of the worlds normally. Yeah, randomizers usually come up with something to handle that. Please. Hey guys. My controller just crashed the game. Let's reopen that. What is happening? It's like dinging so many times. Oh my god! Welcome! Thank you for the unlimited Omega Reverse Umbral Shining Royal Majestic Incandescent Infernal Draconic Demonic Meteor Hellfire Raid! You've come in at an incredible time. My game just crashed because my computer is not, or my controller is not cooperating with me. No, you came in at a fine enough time. The game crashed. Third crash of the day. We were currently in Deep Jungle, trying to go around, but we're reloading the game right now. Thank you for the raid, thank you. We're reopening up Kingdom Hearts. But, yeah, for some reason, just like these past few minutes, my controller's like been unplugging and replugging itself back in. And I know that sometimes the remix has issues dealing with your controllers being plugged and unplugged. So, you know, that just happened. But let me just reopen the randomizer. Let's get back to the main menu, and we'll jump back into the action. I am actually... You'll see the progress in the game that we have, and you'll notice that I have quite a few more abilities than I should have because of my randomizer luck. Oh no, stop it. I hear the sounds already. I want to at least showcase what I have going on right now. So currently we're in Deep Jungle. We're level 14. What just happened? I shuffled some items around, it looks like, and now it turns out that my Lady Luck Keyblade that got replaced with the wooden sword transformed into Pumpkinhead. So, it's working fine. It's working more than fine. We still have Super Glide and High Jump, but for some reason we lost... Oh wait, we still have Dodge Roll? Yeah, we have most of our abilities. We got a second Dodge Roll. That was unexpected. But, let's see. So yeah, we have Super Glide. And I found out, because I'm sure no one actually goes back to Deep Jungle once you get Super Glide and Glide, but you can skip through most of the vine puzzles in Deep Jungle simply by super gliding. However, obviously you don't have super... I mean, I don't think the ability to glide is that much of a spoiler. I feel like it's a pretty common ability. in like these kinds of games, some kind of air movement. Just think I'm air dashing really fast like in DMC5, JD. I will, however, try to avoid going to areas that will involve spoiler cutscenes. So I'm not gonna ever get to switch off of Pumpkinhead, because I don't want to show off the boss fights you see in Hollow Bastion. Because I know that there are now people in the chat who are currently playing through Kingdom Hearts. That's fine. That's fine. With the nature of a randomizer means that we can go through a lot of different areas in different orders. So we have to go back to the climbing trees and deal with these guys. Another interesting thing about the randomizer, for those of you who just came here, our magic is in a very strange order. It's randomized. So I do not have fire, and I do not have thunder. Instead, I have arrow, and I don't have stop. I forgot to change my... Oh, wait, do I have stop? I re-randomized, it looks like, and it gave me stop. I normally had Blizzard, Arrow, and stop. Or Blizzard, Arrow, and Gravity. But if I don't have Gravity, it actually might be impossible for me to go back to Hollow Bastion. I have fire now. So, thank you all for those contributions. So I believe that is the last of the gorillas we have to save. Actually, this is what I want to show off, because I think this is my favorite thing, because a lot of you guys are here now. You all know this wonderful minigame. I don't think it's wonderful. We're gonna skip that. And we are gonna go back to talk to Jane again. If I don't get them all, she'll tell me what I'm missing. I'm pretty sure I went to the treehouse. Also, another neat thing about this randomizer is that you can save anywhere, and you can also enter the gummy ship from anywhere. So we can just do this. And I can teleport to the treehouse. There's a lot of really nice quality of life changes that this mod adds, and I appreciate all of them. Not having to go through each gummy section individually is such a blessing. Like, I had to go back and forth between Traverse Town and Wonderland, and I was just able to skip all the gummy missions. I just bought the items I needed for the flowers, and it was immediately back in there. Let's see. What's in the treehouse? I took care of you guys already! Get out of here. I think that's the last one of them. Alright. Yeah, I actually won't even be able to deal with... Where? Okay. There we go. Just fell through. Until I get Gravity back, I will not actually be able to complete Hollow Bastion unless I actually just level up. Because Hollow Bastion enemies are too strong for anything that isn't Gravity. Very kind of square to put in an ability that just does half the HP of any enemy that gets hit by it. Alright, Jane, tell me where to go next. Because I really don't know where to go. Are we done? Okay. So now we can do the boss fight here. And this boss fight should be pretty easy because we have Pumpkinhead. And we have probably a higher level than we're supposed to be for Deep Jungle because, you know, Deep Jungle is like the third world in the game. And I've skipped around quite a bit. I still don't have a defense stat though. And this is Proud Mode. So I will take a lot of damage to a lot of things. Wait, I can just do this. Ow. Wait. I also can... He's immune to Sop! I found out recently, you wouldn't ever actually figure this out. I guess you could if you try it later in the game. But Leon is actually susceptible to Stop, and I thought that's kind of funny. That gave me 150 EXP. Interesting. But the fact that you can, like, stop someone like Leon is really funny to me. But you can't stop guard armor. It's, like, interesting what does and doesn't work on certain bosses. Oh wait, I'm max HP. I didn't realize it healed me. I think I have to go either here or back to the camp first. We'll super glide back to the camp. The fastest method of travel. Pixie dust. At least if my camera was cooperating with me. And let us go back here. Hey, we're Jade. Here, treehouse. Yeah, this This would be a lot more painful if I had to manually travel. But leaving and re-entering the world is a much more swift way of getting through point A to point B. Excuse me?
Fire!
Excuse me? Did I just get trolled? Did the game consider people would do that? That's actually impressive. I guess we have to go through here. Yeah, I guess they could, because you could go to the world map from there. That is kind of interesting. That they just randomly put, like, vines there to force you to go through the normal route. But Super Glide means that I can still just fly past everything, if I don't fall into the water at least. How did I jump? Let's just go through here. And take 2. I think after this world, I'm probably gonna go through a monster. What's up, Garo? How are you doing? Oh wait, I didn't need to do this. Ah! Okay, as long as we don't fall down. I can't get over the fact that I can just circumvent like that entire section by just super gliding. Oh, that face. That's a mood. Please, why are you unplugging and replugging in? The big black fruit looks... Oh, yeah. I just have to hit this? I have to kill Heartless to cause it to change color. I would like to just change my target. Oh, yeah, here we go. I think I just have to... Why? I am not doing anything different. This is gonna crash my game. Oh, no. Please. Will I have to learn how to play Kingdom Hearts on the mouse and keyboard? Is that gonna be the wave? So I don't have to deal with this? Because I assure you, I will commit to learning mouse and keyboard Kingdom Hearts. This is where it ends. Oh goodness. You know what? This is time to learn everything, and I don't want to deal with my computer crashing, so we are going to learn how to play Kingdom Hearts on a keyboard. I actually heard that, someone who I was watching do this randomizer earlier set it so that they were playing the game with their controller, but the mouse movement for the camera is very sensitive. So it like the control you have with that, like you just flick your wrist and like you do a full 360 on the camera. Well, let's take a look at the controls. You know, I'm more than willing to put up with playing mouse and keyboard on Kingdom Hearts than I am actually, let's see here. Keyboard? What is this? Birthday key configuration. Confirm, cancel, move forward. We have last. Oh, this is just for, I think this is just for the menu. Let me go into the actual game. But yeah, this is going to be an experience. I want to at least finish Deep Jungle, and I want to do some more exploring around, like, the beginning of Worlds. But we're gonna see how keyboard Kingdom Hearts plays. I mean, I've played other games with weirder control schemes, and I've seen people play other games with weird control schemes. Thinking about the time that I watched a Guilty Gear tournament, that someone entered A, at one time that I had seen someone enter with a Guitar Hero controller, B, someone enter with a, what is it, a race car controller, and, like, took a game off of a known player. So, like, I don't think it's unheard of. Let's see. Space is jump, right is to dodge roll, F is to use commands. F is our attack button. Or is that like, I think that might be like reaction commands. Shift is shortcut, okay. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, this is so weird. I think I can do this though. I think I can do this. Let me also Alt-Tab and make sure that I have the randomizer set again. I don't know if I have to reopen the randomizer every time the game opens, because I know it shuffles it. Let's see. Okay, we still have Pumpkinhead. Let's see. F is talk, yeah. Okay. What is my pause button? How do I pause the game? 4? Okay, let us change those controllers as well. Oh no, we're stuck here. 3 and 4, okay. F, left click, right click, okay. Okay, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. Okay, wait. What's my lock on? We gotta find our lock on. Okay, R is lock on. Okay. We're parrying. We're parrying. Got a knockdown. And we can dodge roll. Easy, easy. This control scheme is no problem. Who has to deal with a faulty controller when you can just play on keyboard and mouse? Okay, so we will go back. This is absolutely cursed, by the way. I just want you all to know, if you have the option to ever play Kingdom Hearts with mouse and keyboard, but like the ability to play on controller is available to you, don't play on mouse and keyboard unless you really have to. This is ridiculous, but it's working. And honestly, I think working is better than unplug, plug in, unplug, unplug, and plug in, and then just your game crashes. So, we'll take our wins where we can get them. I don't think I had any problems with this with my Fight Stick either, but I think Fight Stick Kingdom Hearts might be even more cursed. Alright, this is where we were. So R... Oh, apparently I disconnected from my chat too. So if I missed any chat messages... Oops, I'm sorry. Oh yes, I do remember someone... I don't remember who it was. I think it might have been Sarah Key, I think is her YouTube name. But she did like Dance Pad Kingdom Hearts and Dance Pad Dark Souls. Very, very, very impressive, actually. Dance Pad is such an unwieldy configuration. And as much as I love playing DDR, I would never submit myself to that. Oh, that would be so painful because you don't have an analog stick. Oh, this is a text scene. Fishing Rod Dark Souls? I actually have heard of that one too. Or, wasn't there the guy who, like, modded a bunch of bananas? Oh, Pikagaricus, I do not want to deal with you currently. We'll deal with you later. But I know there was a guy with, like, the bananas. That, like, he would hit different bananas and they would, like, all be assigned to different inputs. Oh, I also have to figure out, what the button input is. So... First, how do I get back? Space is how do we get back. Banana Overwatch, that's what it was. Oh, they played Winston with bananas! That's what it was! So, shortcut, and then... Is it this? Is it this combination? Select is this. I need to figure out what L2 is. Is it this? I need to get into a fight with multiple enemies to figure out what target switch is. Because once I can actually use the L2 button, I'll be able to figure out what the command is. Okay, so R. It's not F. Donald and Goofy are gonna kill things too fast before I can figure this out. R. It's C? What? Okay. That works, I guess. So let me get out of this fight, and then we can instant menu again. That was not something I felt like figuring out. This... Stop taking my money! I need that to buy potions. Like, look at the camera control here, though. Isn't this weird, seeing Kingdom Hearts, like, with this degree of camera motion? It's, like, too crisp. This is supposed to be the key combination. Because this is... R1... No! What the heck does the R2 button do? I know every button except for the last one. Oh goodness, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. We're gonna just go to, we'll be going to Monster after this. Let's see. And we're only gonna be in the first room, so we'll putz around a little bit. And you know what? I don't need to rely on a crutch like autosave if I can't remember the combination for it. I can always go to the title screen and look at the controls, but we'll do that after we take out Clayton. Yeah, it's too smooth for a game that didn't have proper camera control. Alright. Stealth sneak time. Oh wait. Regular human Clayton time is what it is first. Ooh! We bonked him twice with the pumpkin head combo. This is like that episode of Pokemon where Ash gets a gun pointed at him, like, oh god! He really just goes in like that. But the early Keyblades, or getting late game Keyblades or mid game Keyblades this early, mean that these bosses aren't too terrifying. Are we just gonna kill a stealth sneak? Can we? This doesn't work. I thought I could stop him. There we go. Okay, scroll wheel is the, scroll wheel is how we go through the menu. That makes sense. Oh, what is this? Mega potion? Okay. Funny gunman go bye-bye. Ooh, blitz to finish him off. He's not ready for my schmoovin', my shuffle step. Right, and we can skip this cutscene and finish up. And we'll go with the monster next. Because we have all the mobility skills, there's a lot of chests in that first area that we can take advantage of. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So we had to go through the strange platforming section that they decided to put at the end of Deep Jungle. Because there's also a lot of chests here. And also a lot of no camera control, so it'll be fun to hear the errors sound a lot. We got a mushroom for Destiny Island, so we can actually finish day 1 and day 2. We need the cloth though. White Fang, that's actually really nice. Let's equip that. White Fang, this gives us extra AP, strength, and defense. So we will place the Protera Chain, and we can use that extra 1 AP to equip a second dodge roll. Nah, we'll wait for later. MP Rage on Donald is good. And then Goofy can get Cheer. That's good enough. High jump is pretty much invalidating the entire puzzle section of this area. I love invalidating the puzzles with broken abilities that I wasn't supposed to get, but I can't move properly, so I just launched myself off a cliff. Seems like I am the fool in this situation. It's okay, I had to nerf myself with the keyboard controls in order to make things fair for the game. Oh, it's gonna be fun to do some of the later game boss fights with this if I can't get like the PS4 Bluetooth working later. That's probably what I'm gonna do next stream. I can't imagine this taking too many sessions because the nature of a randomizer and the nature of this randomizer specifically is meant to make things go really quickly. Oh, Jesus! Right, we'll climb up here. And we'll get probably another Nav IG piece, if I had to guess. I think we get a spell at the end of this world, too. Ooh. Yep, and there's a White Trinity mark there for later. Let's see, skip scene. What do we get? Let's see what the game gives me. Slide 2. Is that it? We'll skip this cutscene. Oh yeah, DS4? Yeah, I'll try that out. I think that's like Joy to Key, but for like the PlayStation, for PlayStation controllers, right? It's similar? Or it like pretty much optimizes it. I got the Dream Rod instead of Jungle King. And I got Green Trinity. Ooh, we're gonna go exploring. Are we going to go back to Traverse Town? What? Oh, it's playing the opening cutscene to, Deep Jungle again. Alright. So we'll go back to Traverse Town. We have quite a few Trinities. Do you hear? When it handles PS4 connections. Oh, for Bluetooth. Oh, built in. That's good. Let me take a look. So we have, right now, our Trinity list. We have Trinity Charge and Trinity Ladder. We do not have the Blue Trinity. So that's a lot of things that we are missing. A lot of possible Trinities, because obviously that's the one that's going to throw the most at you normally. But we can access the accessory shop, which has a couple of chests. And we can access a bunch of other Trinities in other worlds. So that's what we're going to do next. Let me see. What was I going to do? Ooh, I have fire, so we can access the Magician's Study. So we'll go there as well. Go. And we can go here. Normally, I believe you get this after Agrabah, but that just means I'll get something else after beating Agrabah. Probably like Blue or White Trinity, if I had to guess. Let's see what's up there. I noticed last time that I played this, when I was testing this out, that the accessory shop's synthesis items don't actually change. So there really isn't too much of a point here. Because, I mean, I can randomize everything, so I'm probably not going to get the synth items that I need. Let's see. So you can see here, there's these items here. I don't have any of the items to make anything here. Normally you would, but randomizers work like that. We got a hero license. Okay. Hero's license and a book for Hollow Bastion. So we'll just deal with that, and I think now... Yeah. I don't know how I get up there. Wait, I have high jump and super glide, so I should be able to just... There's probably some way I can get up here. Yeah. Not with these camera controls. There we go. And now in here is... Dalmatians. Oh, shuffled around. The last time I opened that up, I forgot to when it crashed, but it had Diamond Dust in there, which was a nice Keyblade to have, but you know, I guess I'm not fated to have it. The controllers don't want me to have it. Let's go over here for now. I want to go to Merlin and also get some extra stuff that I shouldn't be getting. Your district. So we can see. Ow! Open the store with fire. And go visit a magician. And super glide through this weird jump puzzle. Oh, I've been foiled again by my hubris. I have to ashamedly swim back to the start again. Really sad. And jump. And glide. There we go. And there's a treasure chest behind here as well, I believe. So we'll take that. If I don't fall into the water. And those are just more Dalmatians. I wonder what I'm gonna get from the Dalmatians, actually. That's something I'm interested in. I've gotten quite a few of them, so... We'll visit their house before we head over to Monstro. So let's swim, and this time, go into the house for real. I don't know if it'll give me a summon gem immediately. Also, I know that they're in chests because earlier, before one of my resets, or before one of my crashes, I found the summon gem for Mushu. So, we'll see if I actually get a summon item. Hey, hello, Merlin. I wonder if... I forget, I don't think he gives you magic originally. Can't skip this. No, I cannot. He does this funny little dance, and you can see it's a little sped up, so it looks like an even funnier little dance. Ahem. Talk to the fairy godmother. I don't think she'll give me anything, though. I think I have to bring things to her. see. What does she give me? Yeah, she just talks about her world having disappeared. And Merlin's not going to give me anything either. So we're just going here for the sake of opening this up. And being able to teleport back. We'll save. And then we're going to get eaten by a whale. Let's go back. I can remember the correct buttons to press. This is definitely a switch I wasn't expecting to have to make. And we can just immediately teleport to Monstro. The cutscene will play. And I don't have to deal with any of that. This is probably, like, my favorite thing about this mod. I know I've said it before, but not having to play through the Gummy Ship sections is just such a blessing. Oh no, get V-worded. Let's glide here. You can see there's a bunch of chests laying around here. What is... What? Hello? You guys are seeing this, right? Why are you here? And why are you fused into each other? You got a fire ring? That's pretty cool. And then up here... Ooh. Anyway, what else do we got? There's two other chests that have probably decent items, being at the point in the game that we're at. But I mean, the nature of a randomizer means that I can't guarantee that. Mega Potion, you know, one-time use, but being able to heal the whole party is always valuable. And then we can go up here and not get interrupted by a cutscene rudely. This is an elixir. Again, that's also very helpful. I'll be saving that for later in the game. 3 dodge rolls! This is... It's very interesting that that is what got rerolled, but, you know, that's alright. Alright, so we have Green Trinity, so I'm going to take advantage of that. And let's see... Let's roll the Kingdom Hearts Gacha and see what the randomizer is going to give me in Wonderland. And we'll go through a little bit of Agrabah. And then I think that'll be a good close to the stream, just to see like the whole world warping and the different order of getting everything. Let's see. Normally I think this gives you a decent weapon for Donald. I forget what exactly. But here, we got Dalmatians. Dalmatians are always nice. Oh yeah, I need to talk to Pongo and Perdita. And also, we gotta shrink ourselves. Hopefully there's no enemies. Spoke too soon, spoke way too soon. I just want a Trinity. Let's just one-shot everything here. And then once we deal with these guys, we can do another Trinity. And then we'll be out of Wonderland. There's so many of them, though. Okay. So that's done. Let us... Green Trinity. And what's hiding up here? We have... a book. Very great. We'll be more than ready for Hollow Bastion. And then... Ooh, wait. There's some more chests that I need to check out that I know where they are at. And we can definitely sequence break for this. Can I jump up there? I think I can make this. If I actually jump properly. Yes! We made it. Holy Circlet's a good equipment. We can get this over here. Mega Elixir. That's really nice. Mega Elixirs are very good. And here we have 2 Mega Elixirs. Impressive. Alright. So now we can leave. I don't want to talk to you. I want to leave. Go to the... We'll just save first, actually. Save. Go back to Traverse Town. And then go to Agrabah. It's like always just like... I don't know. I get a rush when I'm playing like a randomizer for Kingdom Hearts and I just see all these chests. And then I get really upset when they have really bad items. Like 5 synth items I don't need. That's the most upsetting part. Just like real gacha. Except I don't have to pay money for it. aside from the money that I paid to buy the game. But you know, that's a fine enough investment as it is. Let's super glide. Let's zoom. Wait, can I really just... I can hold down the left mouse button, and it does the full combo. You can actually literally W plus M1 this game, and like, you won't be punished. At least any less punished than you would for just mashing X normally. Can I skip this? Yes, I can. Alright, give me your gifts. What is it? Magic? That's pretty cool, I think. Let's see. I can't pause it properly in here. Okay. I think they gave me everything in one go, and it skipped through all the text boxes, so let's see what we got here. Let's see. Customize. Not only did we get Cure, we got Cura. That's pretty nice, actually. So we will replace Stop with Cura. Oh, toggling through the menu is going to be absolutely awful. Holy Circlet increases max HP by AP by a good amount, and also gives us... doesn't give us anything else. Let's... White Fang, this is Blazagun Band. I lose quite a few stats here. I'm taking it anyway. We can make Goofy strong or something. Goofy gets the power. Goofy is strong. And then we can equip... God, I have 3 dodge rolls. I can't get over that. Some nice abilities there. And let us go to Agrabah. Let's go meet Aladdin. Eventually I'll be strong enough to get my other Keyblades back. But for now, we'll deal with Pumpkinhead. As much as I would like to have Divine Rose back. It's not like I have Diamond Dust anymore anyways. I would have really liked that extra 1 MP. Actually, how do I have 6 MP? Did the game glitch out? I think the game might have glitched out because I had 5... I had 5 MP with Lady Luck. And then it switched my Keyblades, but didn't decrease my MP. So... I'm interested in what's gonna happen when I actually get my other Keyblades back. Alright. This should be pretty easy. The last time I did this, I was really underleveled. But I'm a higher level now. I don't think I finished Olympus, but that's fine. There's a Green Trinity here waiting for me. So let's see. I think I can just go... Ow! Here. Yep. Let's go inside here. Excuse me? We got a Mega Potion, and here you can see that I like how they have to do this whole convoluted motion just to get a treasure chest off a shelf. So this gives us another Mega Potion. Alright, we're going to just do a few more fights here, and I think we'll call it. Let's see. There's like... It feels awful, but there's something really satisfying about playing on mouse and keyboard. Like, it feels like I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. Like, I don't think I've ever felt more struggle playing Kingdom Hearts before than I have doing this. Ooh, tech point. Nice parry, nice parry. We have a couple of treasure chests to get over here. Ooh, let's finish her. Let's see what we get here. Fish! We got fish! We're eating good tonight, fellas. We can skip through a lot of this because we have super jump, or high jump. Those pot spiders? No problem. What's in here? What do we have in here? Dalmatians. Okay, cool. Even though I already went to the Dalmatian house, I guess. I wasn't in danger of dying anything, was I? Goodness. I know I'm underleveled, but that seemed a little excessive. Let's equip Arrow. I don't know why I exploded so quickly. Let's get these guys out of here. You know, we're playing on proud mode, so like, you know, I'm kind of tough as nails. I could deal with the game over here and there. I would like to get some of my limits though, like Strike Raid or Sonic Blade. It would be very nice for another game to hand me one of those. I'll be patient though, I can wait. No rush, no rush. Let's see. I got another coconut. That's my third coconut, I'm pretty sure. I think that's one coconut more than I actually need on Destiny Island. Alright, let's go up here. And then we can access some treasures just here. Hello, buddy. Just give you a good old bonk on the head. Up here we have... How many Mega Elixirs is this game gonna throw at me? Not that I'm complaining. Mega Elixirs are super useful. A full party heal is never something I would reject, but the game has given me so far 4 of them by Agrabah. These are like late game items. But right now what I want to equip is... I think anyone can equip the EXP bracelet and the whole party will benefit, so I'll give it to Donald. Donald's dying immediately anyway, so a little decrease to a stat ain't hurting anybody. Alright, so we'll check out these last 2 chests and take our save. Let's see. We got another high jump? Okay. I guess you could say that we have higher jump now. Kenji, you are a bit late, but I guess the abridged version of Kingdom Hearts plot. Let's see. How do I explain the plot in like the least amount of words possible, while still being Kingdom Hearts' plot? And without saying the basic Disney meets Final Fantasy, because at the point that Kingdom Hearts is at, we can't even just say that. Why is Mickey Mouse in the same game as Sephiroth? Because it's cool, Kenji. Because that's cool. Because Mickey Mouse getting hit so hard he gets stripped down to nothing is cool. Or not nothing, but shirtless. Okay. So I'm gonna save. I'm gonna call it there. And is Siren still here? Because he did request something quite a few hours ago. We made some pretty good progress. Yeah, you're right, because 2 people met in an elevator. Because the literal... You prep your elevator conversation, and you give a good elevator conversation to someone with that kind of power, and then it happens. That's really all there is to it. That was just the power of that conversation. Hey, Mr. Square, or hey, Mr. Disney guy, I am Final Fantasy Man. Would you like to collab in a game? And the Disney guy's like, you know what? I got a lot of money, why not? And then Kingdom Hearts happened. And then Tetsuya Nomura went crazy for about 20 years and ongoing, 20 years and strong. So, I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by. I'd like to thank Carmine, and I'd like to thank Talos, and I'd like to thank Valis for the raids. I very much appreciate it. And I'm very glad that you could all come and watch see how this randomizer goes. I know we had a couple of bumps, but I think I was able to bounce back pretty well. I think I was able to deal with the setbacks, you know, resetting the game, redoing the randomizer, playing on mouse and keyboard. So, the last thing, Siren asked if I could wink. And my explanation for why I can't wink currently is because I'm not too fond of the way eye tracking works for me right now, because sometimes I'll like end up blinking one eye a lot only. So let me make myself invisible for a second. And I will give what I was promised, or what I promised to give. So I just have to adjust some settings in VTube Studio real quick. And you can hear me get DMCA'd in real time. Yeah, I have both my left and right eye associated with my left eyes, the opening of my left eye, but let's do this. And I'm back. And this is for you, Siren, because you asked so nicely. You see? I can't wink. Even if I cover one eye. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best here. I look like I'm like messed up. Like something with the calibration I think is off, but regardless, what I'd like to do now, as is the usual, I'd like to raid someone. So I need to see who is online. So let's see who we can raid. Who should we send everyone to now? Let me take a look. Who do I know is online currently? Oh hey, Crimbo is online. I haven't raided him before. So, I'd like to send everybody to a wonderful artist. He does a lot of great work. He's a very funny guy. You gotta watch out for him though, because he is a boss. He might be a weak sub-boss, but he's still strong. So, /raid. I have caps lock on. Let me uncaps lock. And I'm gonna send you all to Crimbo, who appears to be playing Shovel Knight. It's like it's going full circle. So he's playing King of Cards, so it's a little different. So, as always, thank you for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate everyone's time. And class is dismissed. I typed raid instead of rain. Oops. /raid Crimbo. There we go. Let's give Crimbo a visit. Class dismissed.